meeting. It's quite interesting. Excellent. Oh my God. Okay, so it says preparing to live stream the meeting. Oh my God. It's quite interesting. Right, okay, I don't know what to do. Right. Oh my God. So it's just preparing to live stream the meeting. Oh my God. It's quite interesting.
Excuse
me.
Right,
okay. Right, from my experience and everything, okay then, so I've muted the YouTube, and now I've got, so I just hope it works.
Yeah.
We will see. So welcome everybody, and welcome Sarah. We are on YouTube Live. And I'd just love to introduce Sarah to you. Sarah's one of our mentees, and the purpose of this video is we're just going to be talking a bit about Sarah's experiences and being mentored with the foundation, how things were beforehand and how things are now. And if you are watching this live and you've got any questions, then please do write them below. So Sarah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very excited. So just tell us a little bit about, how you came to be in touch with the foundation.
So I've struggled with mental health for a good few years, roughly about 10 to 11 years. And in 2017, I would say I hit a pretty low point, and the only way that I felt I could kind of reach out for someone to help me with that was to reach out to the foundation. And yeah, I just private messaged on Instagram, and started asking for some help with what was going on.
Yeah. And at that time, what was it that made you, private message organizations and things like that?
For a long time, kind of going back to primary school, I never really felt accepted by anybody. I always felt like I had to change myself to fit in with people, or change myself to fit in with groups, and I never felt I was ever part of anything. And so to make that feeling better, I would change things about myself to fit in. So I'd change my interests, or I'd change a lot of things to make myself more like other people. So I was very much afraid of being different. And because I did that so much, it went from doing it every so often to doing it once a month, like a few times a month, to doing it every week, to then it being an hourly occurrence. And that lasted a good 10 years or so before I contacted the foundation. And I never really knew what was wrong. I never knew how to stop it, because it became something that was so normal in my life that I didn't know how to change it. I didn't know how to stop, and it just continued. So yeah, I contacted the foundation, which at the time I did the same thing to the foundation, pretending to be people or not. And it's not been until recently where I've actually showed who I actually am, and they've helped me do that massively.
Brilliant. So I just wanted to ask Sarah, like, a couple of questions. What was that like for you? What kind of like motivated you to continue? And then why did you think, well, okay, that I've got to stop now?
I think the last kind of couple of years, I just hit a point where I didn't think, I used to get things out of it, so it used to make me feel better about myself, about life. It got rid of anxieties, but as time went on, it actually caused more anxiety, and it altogether caused more problems. I got bullied at school for it, I got in trouble at college, and I got in trouble at work. The police have even been called on occasion, so it was a lot more trouble than it ever used to be, and I kind of realized that, and I didn't want it to go any more than that, so I decided that kind of enough was enough, and I didn't want to live like that anymore. But I didn't know how to change that myself, so I came to the people that did.
Yeah, yeah. And then when you're like, you know, you came to the foundation and, you know, you started receiving some help and support, and then, you know, what was it that really made you think, right, okay, then that's it, you know, I don't want to do this anymore, I want my life, I want to know who the real Sarah is?
Because probably my main kind of focus is a career, specific careers that I want to do, and I knew that if I continued the way I was going, that wasn't going to happen, and it would hold me back. So I knew I had to change it if I wanted that career that badly. I had to do something about how I was running my life at the time.
Yeah, yeah. Brilliant. And how could you, you know, how could you describe the mentoring process in the foundation and the support that you had? And, you know, would you say, and you know, could you say how much it helped you to achieve your goals?
Yeah, I mean, at the time before they knew that the specific problem that I had, um, they were probably the best people I could have ever had in my life. I've always said they're different to other foundations because they're very personal to you. They will adapt to talking to you like you're a friend, not like you're a number. And they will give you every bit of time and care that they can, they will give it to you. And when I think of talking to people about, especially problems with mental health, when I think of talking to people about things like that, they're the qualities that I look for, and they're the people that I trust, and they couldn't give you, they'll give you everything they have, and they just won't let you down, they won't give up on you.
Yeah. Wow.
So, you know, I couldn't have asked for better people at the time, at that time in my life, and the time in my life now. I couldn't ask for better people to help me out. So
Yeah. And then when you look back in your life now, because I mean, it's amazing the way that you've really worked on yourself to pull yourself round, to pull things round. How do you feel now looking back?
almost feels like it never happened. It does feel like that bad time in my life kind of feels like a dream state, because now my life is so different, and I know that if I didn't have the support I had, that my life wouldn't be different, it would be the same. And it wasn't until I kind of realized how amazing the support I got was that I thought, if I actually came out about what was actually happening with me, if I got that same support, then I could be a lot better as a person and a lot happier. So that kind of encouraged me to change and encouraged me to just keep at it, keep going, really.
Yeah. And, you know, and thanks for, you know, being an amazing mentee, Sarah. You know, what advice would you give to any young person that's, you know, that maybe is in a dark place, you know, in the way that you were, you know, and just wanted support or wanted help and wasn't quite sure of what to do?
I'd say just give them a message. You don't even have to tell them to begin with. You don't have to tell them, you know, exactly what's wrong. You can just start as a normal conversation, because they will talk to you like a regular person. They'll talk to you about things, you know, completely unrelated to mental health, but it's things that maybe you can't talk to people about. Maybe you haven't got anyone to talk to people about those very, very normal things. And just starting with a friendly conversation is, for me, it was enough to make me see that they will help, that they're not there to judge you, and they're not there to, you know, poke fun at you or force you to do anything that you don't want to do. They will just listen, and if you need help, they'll give it to you. If you ask for help, they'll give it to you. But sometimes you just need a listening ear, and they will definitely give you that. And just don't be afraid. You know, I was very afraid of telling them what was actually going on, but knowing that they gave the support that they did, and I knew that they'd given a lot of support to other people as well, and I think knowing that they gave that support was enough to kind of convince me to talk. So, you know, and don't think anything's stupid. Don't think anything's, you know, not worth their time, or is, you know, it's not big enough of a problem, because no matter how big or small the problem is, they will talk to you about it, and it's not small to them. So just reach out and talk to them, because they've literally turned my life around. So, and I can't thank them enough for that.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, Sarah. I don't know if there's anything that you want to add, or if there's any one thing that's kind of like stuck out for you in the mentoring experience that you've had.
It's kind of what I said, like what I said a minute ago, where they don't treat you like a number. They don't treat you like they don't talk to you as if they're a business. They talk to you like a human being, which I think a lot of places don't, because when I've spoken to other places, they speak to you like you're another number in their organization. You're just another patient. But the foundation talks to you like you're an actual individual, and they will take time to get to know you. They take time to know what your interests are. They take time to know exactly what's happened to make you feel how you're feeling, and they will do everything in their power to change it. And that's not something I've seen in many other organizations. Is the commitment, I think, is the word. They're very, very committed people.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Sarah. I don't know if there's anything else that you want to add about how you're feeling for the future, perhaps.
A lot better than I used to be. Before, I didn't have a lot of hope in anything, really. Any jobs, I didn't have any hope in doing what I wanted to do, but they've brought out that motivation in me and that drive to do better, and kind of show who I actually am. And now I'm pretty certain I'm going to get to where I want to be. So, you know, I have them to thank for that as well. So.
Okay. Wow. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for that. I'm just going to, so please, any comments, please write them below. Any messages for Sarah, please write them below, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Are you still there, James?
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait a minute. I don't know what I'm doing. I've stopped the YouTube.
Okay.
I've stopped the YouTube, but I don't quite know how to. Yeah, I've stopped it. But now, how do I get you back? My gosh. How do you feel?
Good. I don't know if I said enough. I kind of felt like I was repeating myself, but I didn't
No,
know
you
what to.
weren't. You weren't.
Okay.
You were magnificent, honestly. And like, it was just nice, and it isn't too long. I don't know how long it is, but hold on a minute. Let me just see. I am just having a bit of because I've not done
You want
it
me to
now.
ring you back?
I think, can you kind of like come out of Zoom and we can get back in again, or you could call me or whatever. I don't mind, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll get back. I'll come back into Zoom again.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay then.
All right.
Okay then. Bye.